Is there ever been a more beautiful day here on planet Earth? The birds. Adam, you might be onto something about these birds. The songs they sing.
Oh my gosh.
So melodic.
So true.
I woke up today, the sun was shining. These birds you're always talking about were singing. The haters were down so bad, and I've never felt better. Life is beautiful, is it not?
It's very beautiful. You know what's arrived? The warblers. That's probably what you're hearing. I've seen a lot of them lately. It's been
The
really
warblers.
gorgeous.
I had no idea. I've learned a lot today.
They've come up to their nesting ground. Very gorgeous. Keep your eye out, guys. Keep your eyes out on the trees. Eric, yes, you said it. Today was the day we finally found out. It's so funny, man. The NBA is ridiculous. The NBA really is just, I just can complain about them 24 hours a day.
What are they doing?
Not have time.
What is the NBA doing right now?
We don't know what they're doing. They're
What
dumb
is
as
the
hell.
NBA?
Because we kept thinking, like, they got to wait because they need the ceremony. They have to, they want to do it special. TNT has to get it. And then Woj at like 5:30 a.m. Mountain Time today tweets out that Jokic is the MVP. Honest to God, if you were trying to bury a story, if you're the NBA and you're like, how do we ruin this? You would release the information at 5:30 Mountain Time on a Monday through tweets. That's how you would get it out there. That's how we found out that our King Jokic is a two-time MVP. Harrison, you sound like you want to go off on this.
Well, I just compare how the NBA does stuff like this to how a league like the NFL does stuff like this. Saw a yellow warbler this morning. Boom, there you go.
Oh, my guy Jack Harvey is out with me, baby.
You and
We out
Jack
here.
bird watching on a Monday morning. Like the NFL has a release, like for release. They announce their upcoming announcements, Like and the NBA, it's just I don't know. Like maybe we'll announce the MVP today. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, like sound good? Like they haven't announced one of these awards for like 10 days or something like that. What is going on? Like what is the rhyme or reason to any of these announcements? It makes zero sense.
Yeah.
I almost get the sense, Eric, that like Adam Silver himself even like he wasn't at here's the crazy thing. Usually you're at the games or he's doing a special part of the ceremony. Like he wasn't even there last year. This year, of course, there's not going to be anything. It's almost like he too doesn't want Jokic to be the MVP.
I see. My only thought on this is perhaps like I've just never paid attention to these postseason awards or these regular season awards before. They weren't the most important thing in my life like they are now. So maybe it's always this disjointed and irregular and bizarre. It makes no fucking sense. Last year, Adam, you and I were about to tee off. We were playing golf, and we found out Nikola Jokic had been named the MVP, and it was not attached to anything else that time either. You're right. Like it would make sense if they like just one after the next, or they just released everything on the same day. Like
It's
we found
not
out.
hard. The regular season ends. You have a week off before the play-in. Have an awards week presented by fucking Clorox.
Have an awards
presented by Kia.
Yes.
Have an awards week. Announce one award per day. Boom. It's done.
Insane. Absolutely insane. Although, but at the end of the day, how mad can I be?
Let's not get too upset here. I want to bring this back around to the positive vibes, and for that, I'm going to have to throw it to the man with the glasses. Vogt, when you found out the award this morning, is you woke up and checked the phone messages and it was like, oh, wow, Jokic's the MVP as of 5 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, what are the feelings you're going through? Just kind of walk Nuggets Nation. Let's celebrate this thing together.
It is hard to put into words. A lot of this, I think, we went through the first time he won it. The just sort of realization of what process this has been from point A to point B. And that's just the part you have to stop and pinch yourself about at every point of this. Should he be the starter? Is he better than Nurkic? Right. And
do we know about that?
I think we all remember. I remember the first time hanging out with basketball friends. I said, I think he's a top 10 player in the NBA. They literally laughed at me. I remember my first Lyft ride in Denver when we were talking about Jamal Murray. And I said, I think Jokic might be the best player. I think he's a Hall of Famer. The guy probably still hadn't stopped laughing until he saw the first one.
Yeah.
Then there's another year of Jokic is elevated from this darling that's made it to kind of where Luka is now, where Giannis has been, of just, well, he's not the very best, right? He's not as dominant as some of these other guys. He hasn't won a title. He only won because the other guys weren't available. And for him to go out and back up that season with an even better one, to just forget how we feel, but like just a stamp of validation that just can't be taken away. You thought that was a fluke. I followed it up with an even better season. Now, Giannis Embiid also put together 2 of the best seasons we've ever seen, and it still wasn't enough because that's how good Jokic was. So I've enjoyed every part of today. I've been online and not just trolling, but honestly just they have to be upset today if they want to be, if they choose to do that over celebrating. We have the biggest privilege in the world right now, and we just get to sit here and roll in this and soak it in and not take for granted what a journey this has been to watch a guy go from a quesarito on your TV screen to one of the very best to ever do it, to be here on the ground for this moment, to have been watching it night in, night out, the way all of us in this club. Soak this in, enjoy today. This is what sports is all about. This is some of the best you're going to get. This is some of the best rewards you're going to feel as a fan, and I'm feeling it all. I'm feeling it all today.
That's what's so fun about this is, just looking back at where we started. We talk about this a lot, but our old hot box and hot takes are all just sort of like after a big Jokic game. And by big, I mean like 17 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. And we were like, dude, this guy is incredible. I think he could be whatever. Like for him now to be a 2-time MVP, I'm telling you, if you could go back in time 4 seasons ago, not that long. I'm not even talking about go back to like his rookie or sophomore season. Go back 4 seasons ago, when we were sitting there giving our wildest hopes about what Jokic could become. If you would have just said like, hey man, 4 years from now, he's going to be a 2-time NBA MVP.
Back to back
MVP, it'd be like, wait, what? Like there's like, if we would have thrown that out, it'd been like, well, look, he might be good enough to be an MVP, but he'll never win it because of this or that. And now here we are. And more to the point, Harrison, he won the award last year and there were people that said he didn't deserve it. Very loud people, right? And whatever, it's always going to have to be that way where there's somebody that says this. You win it 2 times in a row. The onus is now on the other side. The onus is now like, oh, you have to discredit 2 years of what this guy did. Like, come on, man. Like, it not only validates last year, it puts him in that rarefied air where it's like not that many people have won 1 MVP, let alone 2. And now, he's obviously, if he does win another one, he gets into even more exclusive territory. And he arguably has 3 or 4 more years of his absolute apex prime left. So, Harrison, to me, that's part of what this thing, we've seen it coming. We knew it was going to happen, but that's part of what this signifies. It sort of ends the conversation on him for all of last year's arguments. It creates a new one for this year, whatever, but it ends all of the conversation of last year.